Welcome everybody, it is I, Skinny Dude here, bringing a new segment to the channel called Custom Card Craziness. So, what this segment is about is, on my streams, every week, I'll dedicate a theme, and then for basically that week, you guys can make a card, or cards, and submit them onto the Discord under the Hearthstone little tab there that we made for Hearthstone Custom Cards. And then they will appear here on the show. And eventually, as this starts picking up more and more views, we will have more and more cards. So eventually, I'll have to start cutting some. But for right now, I think we have a good amount of cards where we can start to highlight some from a few weeks ago. So a few weeks ago's theme was merge or combine. And so what that was based off of was because we were playing Blood of the Ancient One. And for those that don't know, Blood of the Ancient One is where if you have two of them out, they merge together and make the Ancient One, which is a 9 mana 30/30, which can obviously easily be killed. So everybody's objective was for that week to submit me cards this time it would be cards that could be merged together due to some clause or effect, and have a pretty OP result. The goal was to be better than the Ancient One, and I think all of these do help fit that role. Because the Ancient One, yeah, it's 9 mana 30/30, but Hex, Polymorph, Siphon Soul, you can just target it and kill it. So I don't know how good it really is for the payoff of trying to get 2 9-drops out as 2 9/9s. But anyway, so on to the cards that people have submitted. We'll first go through cards submitted by Holy. That's all I know him as, actually. Currently on the Discord, he pops into the chat on the videos every once in a while. So Holy, here's all your cards on here. So the first card is Black Drake, a 3 mana 4/2 with the Death Rattle. Add a black soul to your hand. Now, it does not have the dragon tag because they're drakes, so I could see there's no dragon synergy with the priest going on currently. So you might be wondering, what's the black soul? Well, the black soul is a 2 mana spell that says deal 3 damage to a minion. If you are holding blue soul, bronze soul, green soul, and red soul, merge these and add chromatis to your hand. So it's a creature that can give you a spell, and because it's a rarity, you can have duplicates. So if one dies off and you have to use a black soul to kill something, basically, to kill something, then you can have another one in your deck to give you another black soul. And if you have the 5 souls, right, black, blue, bronze, green, and red in your hand, they all merge to form chromatis. So the next card is Blue Drake, a 3 mana 4/2. Now this one had the dragon tag. I'm assuming the first one was supposed to have the dragon tag, so we'll say that it did. So there could be some dragon shenanigans going on. Another Sprite Historian if this was ever made into a card, obviously. And that is the Blue Soul. Blue Soul lets you gain spell damage +2 until the end of this turn. So that can be pretty crazy. Your Blizzard now deals 4 damage. Your Flame Strike now deals 6 damage. So this can be pretty crazy. And the same rules with the merging applies. Next one is Bronze Drake, a 3 mana 2/4 dragon. Add a Bronze Soul to your hand. The Bronze Soul is probably one of my favorite ones out of the souls here. Add a random spell to your hand, which could be another soul, right? So that could either speed it up or slow it down. And you could get Shatter, or you could get Twisting Nether. So it's a random spell to your hand. It doesn't play it, so that's even better. So, okay, you have to play the Bronze Soul to get the random spell. So I guess whatever the spell you get, it's going to technically cost 2 more. But it's still, if you need it. That's probably one of the souls where you'd hold in your hand unless you really just want RNG. It's your last hope to get it off. Next one is Green Drake, a 3 mana 3/3 dragon, which adds the green soul to your hand when it dies. And the green soul restores 4 health. Now, this can be done to minions, creatures. It's pretty good. It's a Shroom Brewer, basically. The spell, but on a spell. Merging, and then Red Drake is a 3 mana 2/4 dragon. Death Rattle, add a red soul to your hand. And the red soul is set a friendly minion's health to 4. So no matter what it is, set a friendly minion's health to 4. So that could be helpful if it's like a Deathwing that's a 12/1. Now it's a 12/4, which honestly doesn't get pinged. I mean, swipe maybe takes care of it, but that's if they got a swipe. It's that late in the game, Alright, so now you have all these souls, right? And you merge them all in your hand. If you get these 5 different dragons to die off, now Priest is like Twilight's Call, and you could just N'Zoth them, and then finish it off that way. I mean, N'Zoth is going to Wild soon, but we don't have to worry about. We can still play with them now as they're still here. Okay, so Chromatic Dragon, a 10 mana 12/12 dragon. Rare because obviously it comes from the other rare cards. So cannot be targeted by spells or hero powers. Oh, look at that! You can't polymorph it away. You can't Siphon Soul, Granite Twisting Nether works. Blizzard still freezes. Frost Nova Doomsayer still works. But at the end of each turn, discover a new Draconic power for the next turn. So, the Draconic powers are as follows. Time Shift. At the start of your turn, resurrect a friendly minion as a 4/4. I'm assuming it's going to be a random friendly minion, as his other cards say that. So, bringing back another dragon. If you can just keep time shifting, you can eventually get all the dragons out and summon a Morphin and get another one online. Lifebinder, at the start of your turn, restore 10 health to a random damaged friendly character, which does include creatures, but it could be 10 to your face. That's pretty great if you're healing 10. Arcane Power, spell damage plus 5. So now your Flame Strike will now deal like 9 damage for 7 mana to all of your opponent's minions. Earthen Scales takes 2 less damage. I'm assuming that means just anything. Takes 2 less damage because it's a hero. It basically gives you new hero power. Emerald Dream. At the start of your turn, give all friendly minions +1/+2. So it's like that Paladin secret, that gives them all +1/+1 at the start of the turn. But this time it's +1/+2. So these were some amazing things that actually involve spells being combined from your hand with the merge effect, which is something we haven't seen, right? So that's pretty cool, Alright, so that was creatures dying off and getting spells, and then more merging them into a huge dragon that basically gives you pretty crazy hero powers as your Draconic power. Alright, so on to the next minions. The next 3 were submitted by Torva, who's an active person that's in the chat on Discord, and he's active on all my whenever I stream. He's always there putting comments and making these Hearthstone combined cards. So the first one he made was, I'm probably going to butcher the names of all 3 of these, so I apologize ahead of time, Torva, but it's Saiga, Queen of the Heavens, a 5 mana 5/7 angel. It's got Divine Shield and the creature type of angel. At the end of your turn, if you control this minion and Selexian, King of the Nether, merge them into Nephalim, God of the Stars. I know I'm butchering them, I'm sorry. So now let's see what the King of the Nether, Sixalan, looks like. So Sixalan is a 5 mana 7/5, the inverse of Saiga, and it's got lifesteal, and it's a demon. So one's an angel, one's a demon. That's pretty cool. So technically you could get this from Bane of Doom. And if you're a warlock and you get it from Bane of Doom, hello, you get a bunch of health with that 7 attack lifesteal. So at the end of your turn, if you control them, merge them into Nephilim, God of the Stars. Now, Torva warned me ahead of time. He said this card's going to be OP and busted. But it's okay, because it's just a fan-made card. To which I'm going to say, you could play both of these on turn 10. And then summon Nephilim. Or use Twilight's Call and then basically... Well, not Twilight's Call, but if you have other resurrect effects, like the Spellstone for Priest, and you only play these, you're going to get these again at the end of your turn, merge them again. So these are like the Blood of the Ancient ones where you can merge them and remake them from resurrect effects, or Mirage Callers, technically. Like, you can get these both out, and if you can play one and the Mirage Caller, Coin Mirage Caller on the other ones, you can then have almost technically, if you try hard enough, I'm sure there's a way to get at least 2 Nephilim's God of the Stars. So now, what is Nephilim God of the Stars anyway? Well, it is a 10 mana, 15/15, sorry, tag of God, Divine Shield, Lifesteal, Immune, Mega Wind Fury, Poisonous, and Taunt. The only thing I don't agree with on this is probably the Immune. But Divine Shield, so it dodges fireballs or pyroblasts. Lifesteal, so you basically are going to be at full health once this thing hits twice. Mega Wind Fury, oh, it can hit 4 times. Poisonous, so you could use this very defensively, right? Because it has Divine Shield, Taunt, and Poisonous. So somebody has to hit this if they have no removal. And then once they hit this, whatever they hit with dies, and then you can basically trade this with 4 minions, because Mega Wind Fury, and kill off 4 dudes. And then you heal a bunch with Lifesteal. So, I would just basically remove Immune. And I think this is okay. Because this type of minion, I would feel like, okay, you could Hex it. hexing, it's fine. Polymorphing this is fine. I mean, yeah, you just lost 2 minions to get to that, but if it's a priest card, priests have ways to bring them back. So, I know that kind of goes against my whole 9 mana 30/30 thing, but if they don't have a hex, they do die. Maybe get rid of Mega Wind Fury and just drop it down to Wind Fury also. So get rid of Immune and just leave it as a normal Wind Fury. And I think it would actually be a card that would see play or even a lot of play in Hearthstone, because people would be trying to do combos to pull this off. Alright, so those were the fan-made cards that was submitted for this first one, for the custom card craziness, or Triple C. Now it's time to get into my ones that I made. I only made like one string like these guys did. And I went for the kind of history theme because I was really in a mood to do one of these. So history now shows, it was proven in 2005 or 6, I can't remember the exact year, but one of the postcards sent by Jack the Ripper has DNA on it that they were able to connect and link with a woman. So, either Jack the Ripper had a woman write letters for him, or Jack the Ripper is really Jill the Ripper. So going off of that theme of it could be Jill the Ripper, I decided to make some rogue cards that would work with that theme. So the first one here is known as the Twisted Woman. It's a 3 mana 2/4 history creature that says if Jill's Dagger is equipped at the end of the turn, combine them to form Jill the Ripper. So we've seen Holy with his spells combining, making a creature. So I decided to take the twist of it being a creature and a weapon getting merged together and summoning something on the field. So, and as you'll notice, Twisted Woman is an epic, which means you can run 2 Twisted Women if you need to have one get killed off. So you could probably play the first one, early game, 3 mana 2/4, not horrible stats. It's a history creature, so that could be kind of cool. And then here's Jill's Dagger. So Jill's Dagger is a 7 mana 4/6 weapon for Rogue. Now Rogue can obviously really abuse that theme, but the whole point of this weapon is it's a 7 mana 4/6. So if you play it, you knit your opponent for 24. Not enough to kill them, because otherwise, I mean, of course, if you use like the Rogue spells like boost this thing's attack, then it might be a little OP. Maybe 4 is a little too much, but your opponent basically wants to kill this, and you're playing control when you're playing this. And the reason why is because if at the end of your turn, if you control a Twisted Woman, combine them to form Jill the Ripper. So, Jack the Ripper is known for doing many kills, and nobody was able to catch him. Or her, now that we figured out it's a her. So, Jill the Ripper has that same theme going on. So if you could play them both on turn 10. You have to have one Twisted Woman out. Granted, you could have 2 out at a time, but because it's an epic, so you could have 1 out, and then you need to have Jill's Dagger. So this could be removed by Ooze or anything like that. So you normally want to play Jill's Dagger and Twisted Woman on the same turn to summon Jill the Ripper. So Jill the Ripper is a 10 mana 3/3 history creature. 10 mana for 3/3. That doesn't sound the best, but when it has the ability Shroud, okay, now we're getting somewhere. When summoned, kill all other creatures and gain +3/+3 for each creature killed. Not destroyed, killed, because Jill the Ripper would kill people. And the reason why Shroud is because Jill was never actually caught. I originally had this card get +4/+4 for each creature killed, but then I thought, if there's 3 opponents' minions out and then you're able to summon Jill, this thing would get if it was +4/+4, this would be a 10 mana 15/15 Shroud. And that's a little too OP, so I gave it +3/+3. So if there's 5 minions out, this kills off your own stuff. So you're basically like, alright, I'm going to go gung-ho with this. And try and pull off Jill the Ripper here. And when you do, it's a board wipe. It's like Doom Twisting Nether. But you end up with a 10 mana 3/3 +X for each creature killed. So obviously you don't even want to do this if there's no other creatures out, because it morphs with a Twisted Woman. Granted, if you have 2 of them out, kudos, it kills off one of the Twisted Women, but then you get Jill the Ripper. So that can be pretty devastating. If there were cards like this that were able to combine more in Hearthstone, like Memron's Head or Blood of the Ancient Ones, I feel like Hearthstone would be a more kind of fun combo merging tastic kind of game. But at the same time, they gotta not release cards to abuse this power. So, on the other end of the coin, even the spells might be kind of cool with the dragons, you know? But, so thank you Holy and Torva for submitting cards for that theme that we had with the merch theme. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I'll leave the Discord down in the description. If this video makes you guys even just want to join the Discord just so you can submit cards and hopefully they'll appear here, they probably will for now. Go right ahead. And with that, I'll see you guys later.